Your network is your net worth. I know you've heard this before, but I'm about to show you exactly what that means. When I got back into the auction business at the age of 48, I bought my first auction with one phone call. That is one call. That deal happened to be because I spent 20 years building the right relationship the right way with the right people. Most people think networking is about collecting business cards and adding people to LinkedIn. That's not networking, that's just being annoying. I'm going to show you how to build a relationship that actually makes you money, opens doors, and change your life. So let's get into it. Here's the truth. Every major breakthrough in my career has come through with a great relationship. Every big deal, every opportunity, every door that opened. I'm going to break it down, an exact system that you can use to build relationships that matter and not just collect contacts. First principle of building real relationships, be useful before you need something. Most people have this completely backwards. They show up when they need help, not when they can provide help. I spent 9 years on the road doing auctions. One entire year, I never even came home. But here's what I was really doing. I was solving people's problems. I had a dealer that had too much inventory. I'd help him move it. I had a buyer, had a specific car they needed. I'd help them find the one they wanted. I wasn't thinking about what I could do for these people. I was thinking about what I could give them. And now you know what happened. They started coming to me with opportunities. They started referring business my way. They started trusting me with bigger ideas. Here's what most people don't understand. Relationships aren't built in boardrooms. They're built in the trenches. When somebody's having a problem at 2 a.m., are you the guy who answers the phone to help solve it? That's when a real relationship is formed. Stop thinking about what people can do for you. Start thinking about what you can do for people. Be the person that adds value to every conversation, every interaction, every relationship. That's how you become indispensable. Second principle, consistency beats intensity every time. It's not about having one great conversation. It's about showing up and being there consistently over years. I've got relationships in this industry that go back 25 years plus. These aren't people I talk to on an everyday basis, but when they call, I answer. I always make sure I pick up because guess what? When they have an opportunity, they think of me first. Why? That's because I've been consistent in all my actions. Here's what consistency looks like. Remembering people's names, their kids' names, what's important to them. Following up when you say you will. Showing up to industry events when you don't feel like it. Make it important to reach out to key people in your network at least once a quarter. It's not to sell them something. It's not to ask for something. It's just to check in and say, hey bud, how's business? How's your family doing? Is there anything I can help you with right now? Most people in your network, when they need something, it's too late. You build relationships when you don't need anything. So when you do need something, the relationship is already there. And here's the key. Be genuinely interested in other people's success. Celebrate their wins. Help them through their struggles. When you invest in someone else's success, they become invested in yours. Third principle, quality over quantity. I'd rather 50 deep relationships than 500 shallow ones. Deep relationships move mountains. Shallow ones are just a waste of time. When I joined Andy Elliott's Brotherhood, I didn't try to meet everyone. I focused on building relationships with just a few key people. I did the same thing when I attended Patrick Bet-David's events. I'm not there to collect business cards. I'm there to build true relationships and connections. Here's how you identify quality relationships. These are people who challenge you, who are where you want to be, and who also share the same values as you do. Not just people that can do something for you, but people you genuinely respect and you want to learn from. I've got a core group of maybe 15 people who I consider my inner circle. These are people I can call at midnight with a problem. People who will tell me the truth when I don't want to hear it. People who will open doors for me because they know I'll do the same for them. And here's what's interesting. These relationships, they just compound. When you have a deep relationship with a quality people, they introduce you to other quality people. Your network just starts expanding naturally because you're known as somebody who's worth knowing. Stop trying to meet everybody. Start focusing on building real relationships with the right people. It's not about how many people you know, it's about how well you know them and how much they trust you. Fourth principle, play the long game. Real relationships take years to build, but they last decades and they pay dividends forever. The phone call I made to buy my auction, that relationship started 15 years earlier. I had done business with that guy. I had helped him through some tough spots, been there for some times when he needed me. So when I called him and said, I need to buy this auction, he made it happen. Here's what the long game looks like. You invest in relationships before you need them. You help people when there's no immediate benefit to yourself. You stay in touch with them even when business is slow. I've got relationships with people I haven't done business with in 10 years, but I still stay in touch. Why? Because you never know when your paths are going to cross again. The guy who's small dealer 10 years ago might now own 20 dealerships today. And here's the thing about long game. It requires patience. It requires faith. It requires believing that the relationships you're building today will pay off years to come from now. Most people don't even have that type of patience. That's why most people don't have real relationships. But when you have to play the long game, when you invest in relationships for years without expecting immediate returns, that's when the magic happens. That's when that phone call comes that can absolutely change your life. So, here's the system I use to build and maintain relationships. First, I have a list of top 50 relationships. These are people, no matter how business is going, they are in my life. Every quarter, I reach out to each one of them, not to sell them something, not to ask them for anything. I just want to connect. I want to know, how's your business? How's the family? What are you working on right now? Sometimes it may just be a text. Maybe it's a call. Sometimes I'll even get hold of them and take them out to dinner. Second, I make it a point to add value in every interaction. If I hear about an opportunity that's perfect for someone in my network, I make the introduction. If I read an article that would be interesting to them, I just send it over to them. Third, I remember the details. I keep notes, important things, obviously, their kids, their names, their hobbies, their goals. When I talk to them, I reference these things. It shows I'm paying attention to what they're saying to me. It shows I care about them as people and not just as a business contact. Fourth, I'm consistent with the industry events. I show up, I participate, I contribute, not just to network, but to be seen as someone who's invested in the industry and in the community. And fifth, this is crucial, I follow through on everything. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If I make a commitment, I keep it. Your reputation is everything in relationship building. Look, building relationships isn't about tricks. It's not about tactics. It's about being genuinely interested in other people's success and being someone worth knowing. It's about playing the long game and being consistent. Your network is really your net worth. And I mean, understand that your network is really your net worth, but only if you build it the right way. Be useful at first. Be consistent. Focus on quality over quantity. Play the long game. Have a system in place to have all the information you need about building this network. The relationship you're building today will determine the opportunities you have tomorrow. So start building them the right way. If this helps you, hit the subscribe button, because we're building something special here, and relationships are how we're going to do it. Stay consistent, stay successful. Let's build those relationships.